After failing to achieve a fourth consecutive perfect weekend at the Portuguese Grand Prix, Francesco Bagnaia made a surprisingly candid admission. He would rather risk crashing while attacking than stay safely behind the leading group. It was a brutally honest reflection from the Italian star, revealing the mental and emotional toll of a season that has stretched his patience and endurance to the limit. The Ducati rider admitted that he no longer knows what strategy will bring him satisfaction after a Grand Prix weekend. The last time he felt genuinely content was in Japan, where he secured his only double victory of the season, a fleeting high point in a campaign that has otherwise felt endless. Since that triumph in Motogp, 4 Grands Prix have passed a total of 148 available points, and Bagnaia has collected only 14, all from Saturday sprints. On Sundays, the two-time Motogp world champion has been left empty-handed. At the Algarve circuit in Portimao, Bagnaia's race came to a premature end on lap 11 while he was running fourth, a position he described as the best possible result he could achieve that day. It wasn't the result we wanted, but fourth place was the maximum. I tried to stay there, but the front of my bike gave way. When you're pushing, these things can happen, said Bagnaia, visibly frustrated but still composed. The fall not only cost him precious points but also placed his championship standing in serious jeopardy. With Bezzecchi taking victory in Portugal and now holding a 35-point advantage over him with just 37 left on the table, Bagnaia faces the real prospect of losing third place in the final standings. To make matters worse, rookie sensation Pedro Acosta sits just 3 points behind him, ready to pounce. Bezzecchi deserves third place more than me, Bagnaia admitted in a rare moment of humility and self-awareness. It's a striking confession, especially from a rider known for his fierce competitiveness and pride. But Bagnaia's words reflect a deeper truth about the demands of modern Motogp, a championship that has grown longer, tougher and more physically and mentally draining than ever before. With 22 rounds in the 2024 season, the schedule has become a relentless test of stamina. For a rider struggling with form or confidence, each race can feel like a mountain to climb. Bagnaia, once the benchmark of consistency, has found himself caught in a spiral of overthinking, risk-taking and frustration. His push to recover lost ground has instead led to more mistakes, a painful irony for someone who built his career on precision and control. This season has been very long, Bagnaia admitted, but more than just wanting it to end, I want to start over to work again the way we did earlier this year. His mindset now seems focused on rediscovery rather than desperation, though his competitive instincts remain intact. The Italian even reflected on his crash at Mandalika, where he fell during the sprint while running at the back. "I didn't want to finish last, so I pushed and I crashed," he said. It's a simple yet powerful statement that encapsulates his current state. A champion unwilling to settle for mediocrity, even when the risks are high. Bagnaia's honesty offers a rare glimpse into the psychology of a top-tier Motogp rider under extreme pressure. His confession that Bezzecchi deserves third place more is not just humility, it's a signal of mental fatigue and a search for meaning in a season that has not gone his way. The 2024 campaign has tested Bagnaia in ways few could have anticipated. While his speed remains unquestioned, his rhythm and confidence have been disrupted. Repeated crashes have shaken his composure, and each lost opportunity has amplified the sense of frustration. In contrast, riders like Bezzecchi and Acosta have thrived, seizing moments of chaos with composure and precision, the very traits that once defined Bagnaia. Yet there's also courage in Bagnaia's struggle. To openly admit vulnerability in a sport built on machismo and perfection is no small feat. It reveals not weakness, but awareness, an understanding that dominance cannot be sustained without renewal. As Motogp edges toward its conclusion, Bagnaia's battle is no longer just for points or podiums, but for self-redemption. If anything, this difficult stretch could forge a stronger version of him for next season. Champions, after all, are not defined by how they win, but by how they respond when they fall. The upcoming rounds will be a defining test of Bagnaia's resilience. With only a handful of points separating him from both Bezzecchi and Acosta, the Italian knows that even a single mistake could decide his final position in the standings. For a rider accustomed to fighting for wins and titles, the battle for third place might seem modest, yet it carries immense psychological weight. It's about pride, consistency, and the need to end the season on his own terms. Inside the Ducati garage, there's an evident sense of tension mixed with respect. The team has watched Bagnaia push himself to extremes, trying to find the feeling that once made him untouchable. Engineers have worked tirelessly to adapt the Bezzecchi GP to his riding preferences, but the chemistry that once seemed automatic has occasionally gone missing. The mutual frustration is clear. Bagnaia wants more, Ducati expects more, and the paddock watches with curiosity to see how the reigning champion handles this test of spirit. Bezzecchi's recent surge has added another layer to the drama. The young Italian, once seen as an understudy, has displayed maturity and speed that few anticipated at the start of the year. His success not only boosts the VR46 camp, but also subtly challenges Bagnaia's status as the leading Italian within Ducati's broader structure. The contrast between Bezzecchi's carefree rhythm and Bagnaia's visible tension highlights how fragile confidence can be at the elite level. Then there's Pedro Acosta, the rising storm. His rookie season has been nothing short of sensational, combining youthful aggression with calm precision. For Bagnaia, seeing a 20-year-old pushing him in the points table must serve as both a warning and a source of motivation. It's a reminder that Motogp is evolving rapidly, and the new generation isn't waiting for anyone to catch up. Off the track, Bagnaia remains remarkably composed. His body language in interviews shows neither panic nor resignation, but rather a quiet determination to reset. He understands that every champion faces a low point, and that how one reacts in those moments defines the legacy that follows. Even in defeat, his professionalism has drawn praise from rivals and pundits alike, many of whom admire his willingness to speak openly rather than hide behind excuses. In many ways, this turbulent stretch may serve as a crucial reset button for him. The weight of defending a crown often creates invisible pressure, the kind that pushes riders to chase perfection in every corner, sometimes at the cost of clarity. Bagnaia appears ready to rediscover the simplicity of riding fast for enjoyment rather than obligation. That mindset could become his greatest strength when the lights go out again next season.